here. Come here, Bella. Don't cry. Remember, you wanted Santa. Let's turn our tree on for Santa. Hold on. What kind is he? Okay, we got the tree on. We better go hurry up because Santa's going to be cold. Come here. Hold my hand. Come here, Bella. Santa's here, but the kids are freaking out. Hey, Santa, where's your phone?
In the garage.
I wanted it.
Oh.
Santa, you gained some weight this year. Come on, Santa. Hold on, Santa. I gotta find the kids because they're kind of scared. Sit down, Santa. Have a seat. I'll try to get the kids.
Ho, ho, ho.
Here's Santa.
Yes.
Where's the phone?
On top of your car in the garage.
I needed it for pictures. Hold on. I gotta get the phone. This is hard as one parent. I gotta get the phone so I can get pictures. Hold, please. My husband's a genius. Doesn't listen. Oh, it's cold.
Interior garage door.
Come on. Bella, come on. Santa has presents. Bella, you wanted Santa. I'm going to tell Santa to leave. I'm coming with you. Let me get Cece. Come here, come here, come here, come here. Bella, just you and me. Bella, just you and me. Come on, just you and me. Jeez. Okay. Bella, I'm going to tell Santa to leave. He's got presents for you. Come on, come on. Chris. Do you know where Chris is, Santa?
I have not seen him anywhere.
Can you sit down, please, Santa?
Yeah.
Thank you. Bella, say hi, Santa.
Hello, Bella. How are you?
Say, I'm good. Say, Merry Christmas, Santa.
Merry Christmas, Bella.
Say, Merry Christmas.
Have you been a good girl this year?
Say, I have.
Have you been expecting me tonight? You got kind of shy on me here.
Pop-up on...
I've been watching.
Papa's coming.
What's wrong with your sister?
What's wrong with Cece?
What's wrong with your sister? Does she not want to come see me? No? What did you ask me? What did you ask me for this year?
What did you ask for from Santa?
Water bottle.
A water bottle?
Let's see what I got in here. Oh.
That Bella, is that Santa Claus?
Oh! Go see.
Is this what you wanted?
But that's the kind Santa brought you, sweetheart. Look, it has the mermaid on it. Can you go grab it from Santa? Can you say thank you, Santa? Does he have any other presents for you?
Did your sister ask for one too? Is she gonna come see me or no? No? Okay, can you hold, I think she asked for this. Can you hold on that one? Oh, I got some more stuff in here, Bella. What else did you ask for?
I'm trying to fix it.
What else did you ask for?
What else? What else did you ask for? Did you ask for poppy slippers? Huh?
I
I'm
got,
right here.
look what I have here, Bella.
Okay, here. I'm right here. I'm right here.
Look.
Say thank you.
One's for your sister, and one's for you.
Can you sit on Santa's lap? So you asked all day for Santa to sit on Santa's lap. You want mommy to sit on his lap? Okay. Will you sit with me? Santa, can you sit on your lap?
Yes. You've been a good girl this year, Bella. Thank you.
Okay.
We need to make your sister feel better, okay?
Yeah.
She's very petrified.
Can I get a picture of you and Santa? Please?
Can you open
Santa,
up
will
your
you
gift?
hold her?
Yes, I'll definitely hold her. Yeah.
I want a picture. Oh, come on.
The room was silent except for the faint hum of the recorder. Across the steel table sat Chris Watts, the man who had become one of America's most infamous family annihilators. His orange prison uniform looked faded, his face older, haunted. It had been years since the murders, yet his eyes carried the same emptiness that once stared through police interrogation footage. But this time, something was different. "I hear her voice every night," he said slowly, barely above a whisper. "She begged me not to do it. I didn't stop." The confession came during a surprise psychological reevaluation at Dodge Correctional Institution, recorded in early 2025. For years, Watts had repeated a rehearsed narrative, a tragic mistake, a fit of rage, a blackout. But this new confession was colder, more deliberate, and deeply disturbing. Investigators had long suspected there was more to the story. The autopsy reports, the timelines, the eerie calmness in Chris's early interviews, all pointed to premeditation. Yet nothing prepared them for the way he described that night now. "She woke up," Chris continued. "She saw me standing there, and she begged. She said, 'Chris, please, don't.'" The interviewer said nothing. "And I didn't stop," he said again, this time with tears forming, but no emotion behind them, like a man trapped in his own echo. 7 years after the murders, this confession wasn't about closure. It was about haunting. Each night he claimed he could still hear Shanann's voice, the fear, the disbelief, the final breath. It wasn't forgiveness he wanted. It was silence. And as the tape played back, everyone in that room realized the real punishment wasn't prison. It was remembering, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Dark Matters True Crime for more chilling real-life confessions that reveal the darkness behind human nature. The night Chris Watts ended his family's lives began like any other in the Watts home. Calm on the outside, chaos brewing beneath. The Colorado summer air was still, the house dark, the neighborhood asleep. But inside, a storm had already taken shape. Shanann Watts had returned home late from a business trip. Her suitcase still rested by the door, her phone charging on the nightstand, unread texts waiting. She had no idea she was walking into her own death. According to Chris's new confession, he had made up his mind hours before she arrived. He had cleaned, prepared, and rehearsed what he was going to say, what he was going to do. He later told investigators, "It wasn't rage. It was like watching myself from outside my body. Everything felt planned." When Shanann entered the bedroom that night, exhausted and half asleep, she didn't notice the tension in his voice or the strange way he avoided her eyes. But when she asked if he still loved her, he said the words that shattered everything. "No, I don't. I never did." In his confession, Chris said Shanann cried, quietly at first, then uncontrollably. She said, "What about the girls? What about our family?" And I just couldn't stop. He described how the moment spiraled, how the sound of her voice still echoed in his mind. "She begged me not to. I remember her saying my name, over and over." Then it went quiet. Outside, the neighborhood remained still, unaware that behind those perfect suburban walls, the mask of the perfect husband had finally cracked. And by sunrise, the man who once called himself a father and husband had become something else entirely. In the weeks before the murders, Chris Watts lived two lives, one built on smiles, family photos, and cheerful Facebook posts, and another built on deceit, obsession, and the pursuit of a new beginning with another woman. While Shanann believed they were simply going through a rough patch, Chris was entangled in a passionate affair with Nicole Kessinger, a woman he met through work. To friends and co-workers, he appeared transformed, losing weight, dressing sharper, speaking of a fresh start. But behind that transformation lay something far darker. In his latest confession, Chris admitted that his affair wasn't just about love or lust. It was about control, the feeling of escaping the image he'd built as the perfect father and husband. He described how every text from Nicole made him feel powerful again, alive again, and how every conversation with Shanann made him feel trapped. "She wanted to fix everything," he said softly during his interview. "But I didn't want to be fixed. I wanted to be free." When detectives revisited his phone records, they found hundreds of deleted messages, secret calls, and late-night searches about starting over. He'd even looked up real estate listings in new states. A life without Shanann, without the girls. But the walls were closing in. Shanann sensed something was off. Friends recalled how she'd confided, "He's distant. I don't recognize him anymore." And perhaps the most chilling part, Chris later confessed that he'd imagined life after their deaths long before that night. "I pictured myself alone. Peaceful," he said, but peace never came. The lies he lived weren't just meant to deceive others. They were meant to convince himself that the man he once was no longer existed. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Dark Matters True Crime for more stories that reveal what really happens behind closed doors. The morning sun crept over Frederick, Colorado, bathing the quiet suburban streets in golden light. But inside the Watts home, the air was thick with horror and silence. Shanann's phone sat abandoned on the nightstand, her suitcase untouched by the stairs, her wedding ring placed neatly on the dresser, as if she had simply vanished. Chris, meanwhile, moved through the house like a ghost. He dressed for work, packed his truck, and texted his coworkers like it was any other day. But in his latest confession, he described that morning with chilling detail, not as a man in shock, but as one meticulously following a plan. "I remember standing over them," he said quietly. "The girls were still asleep. I told myself they wouldn't feel a thing. I told myself it would be quick." Those words sent shivers through even the most seasoned investigators. For years, Chris had claimed he acted in a moment of rage, a fit of emotional collapse. But now, his confession revealed something far more sinister: premeditation. He loaded Shanann's body into the back of his truck, then carried his daughters, Bella and Celeste, still alive and confused, into the vehicle. In his latest version, he admitted that Bella asked, "What's wrong with Mommy?" He didn't answer. The drive to the oil site was long, silent, and suffocating. Chris later described hearing the hum of the road, the sound of his daughter's breathing, and the crushing weight of what he'd already done. "It felt like time stopped," he said. "I didn't want to finish it, but I knew I would." By the time the sun was fully up, the Watts family was gone, and a calm, smiling Chris returned home, ready to play the part of a worried husband once again. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Dark Matters True Crime for more true stories that expose the darkness behind perfect facades. By mid-morning, the man who had destroyed everything he once called family was calmly texting his wife's friends, pretending to be concerned. Chris Watts's act began the moment he stepped out of his truck. Surveillance cameras later captured him backing it into the driveway, a move investigators would later recognize as the first sign of his cover-up. He sent a casual message to Shanann's phone, knowing she would never reply. Then he went to work, calling co-workers, joking with them, even eating breakfast at the job site. It was as if he'd already erased his own reality. In his newest confession, Chris admitted, "I told myself I could still fix it. If I acted normal, maybe it would just go away." But things didn't go according to plan. When Nicole Atkinson, Shanann's close friend, couldn't reach her, she immediately grew suspicious. Shanann never missed a meeting, never ignored her messages. Within hours, Nicole was at the Watts' home, knocking on the door, calling the police when no one answered. That moment, captured on police body cam footage, became one of the most haunting in true crime history.
How you guys doing?
Brother,
What's that?
do you remember me?
Yeah.
Hey man,
How you been?
Hi.
You Nicole?
Yes.
Okay. What's going on?
So my friend, we were out of town for a business trip this weekend,
All right.
and I dropped her off at 2 o'clock this morning. She's 15 weeks pregnant. She wasn't feeling well, and she had a doctor's appointment this morning at 9, and I told her to let me know if she needed me to take her. She's got 2 little girls, and she was very distraught over the weekend, wasn't eating normally or drinking, and we kept trying to force it on her because she's pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
Her husband and her supposedly are separating, but she didn't know this. She thought they were just having issues. He disclosed that to me today.
Okay.
Because I called him and I was like, have you talked or heard from Shanann since she left for work this morning? Because I can't get a hold of her. I've called, I've texted. Her car's in the garage. Her shoes she wears every single day are by the front door.
She only has one vehicle?
No, they only have the one vehicle in his work truck.
Okay. That's what I'm
He
asking.
said
There's
she took
not a...
the girls and went on a play date, but they're 4 and 2. She went on a play date? Why wouldn't she take in a car? They're both in car seats. And she had a doctor's appointment this morning at 9, and she didn't go to the doctor's appointment.
Okay. No answer on the phone. Husband's on his way.
Supposedly, but he said that 30 minutes ago when I called him again, and he said there's 45 minutes out still. And I know the code to the door.
You do?
I do, but there's a thing on it. There's a, no, it'll, even Chris, I was gonna do it. There's a, they have the thing flipped up here.
Oh. What about the garage door?
I don't
Is
know.
there...
And the alarm goes off.
Do you mind calling him and seeing if we can get a passcode to this and get me permission to go in?
Okay.
I'm just gonna check the back, see if I can see anything.
There's no way to get in.
Right. I just want to look in all the windows, make sure I don't see anything out of... Do they?
The ship doesn't work on the outside.
Oh, it doesn't?
Yeah, so they're gonna have to tarp on that one and tarp on the one over there too. At least they should have one. I'm assuming it's the girl. If you can't enter the house unless you see signs of.
Yep. I've got to have more unless I get consent from him to go in.
And if you don't, you can't enter.
Because it could be grandparents came and picked him up. You know, it could be a lot of things. She left her phone. Her phone's dead.
And it doesn't change anything even if they are pregnant.
No, I mean,
It's different rules, but they're all about the
yeah,
same. And they're stable
you've got your Fourth Amendment rights to the house.
Yep.
I can't violate that.
Yep. I told her.
That's why.
She's like, no, break down the door. I'm like, no, they won't. don't.
No, not. I mean, if I saw her laying on the ground, something like that.
You saw signs of a fight or anything.
Kids were. I could get a hold of the kids. No, mom's not answering.
Can't do much.
I got nothing right now though.
Chris arrived, feigning confusion, pacing nervously as officers searched his house. He smiled. He cooperated. He even chatted about the family's marital struggles. But beneath that calm exterior, panic was spreading. The walls were closing in. Every question from the police, every glance toward his truck or his phone, chipped away at his mask. The worst part, Chris later said in his 2025 interview, was realizing I wasn't fooling anyone. Nicole knew. The cops knew. I think, deep down, I already knew it was over. For the first time, the cracks in his perfect act were visible, and his downfall had already begun. The calm facade that Chris Watts had crafted began to crumble under the sterile lights of the Frederick Police Department. The interview room was small, cold, and suffocating. The kind of place where silence screams louder than words. Detective Tammy Lee sat across from him, her gaze sharp but compassionate. She asked about Shanann's disappearance, about his daughters, about the last time he saw them. Chris smiled faintly, his hands folded neatly in front of him, answering with mechanical calm. "I just want them home," he said, but his voice trembled. As hours passed, the lies started to collapse under the weight of evidence. The neighbor's surveillance footage showed his truck backing into the driveway at dawn. His phone records revealed deleted messages. And the cadaver dogs. They reacted immediately upon entering the house. When Tammy slid the polygraph results across the table, the truth hit him like a brick wall. "You failed the test, Chris," she said quietly. "Do you want to tell me what really happened?" The mask shattered. In his 2025 confession, Chris revisited that moment. "I remember feeling like I was falling. My chest hurt. I just broke. I thought about what I'd done, about their faces, and I couldn't keep pretending." But even then, the story he gave was twisted. He blamed Shanann at first, claiming she had harmed the children. It was a desperate attempt to control the narrative, a final lie from a man who had built his life on deception. Still, the investigators pressed. They saw the guilt in his body language, the way he avoided Shanann's name. When he finally admitted to the truth, that he alone had done it, the room fell silent. No shouting, no tears. Just the sound of a man realizing that his world, his lies, and his mask were gone forever. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Dark Matters True Crime for more deep dives into the confessions that change everything. Years passed inside the walls of Dodge Correctional Institution. But for Chris Watts, time didn't move forward. It circled endlessly. Every night was the same. Darkness, silence, and the echo of Shanann's final plea. Inmates described him as quiet, withdrawn, and deeply paranoid. He avoided eye contact, kept to himself, and rarely spoke unless it was to the prison chaplain. Guards reported that he spent hours writing letters to Shanann and the girls. Letters he never mailed. "He talks to them," one source said, "like they're still here." In his 2025 confession, Chris finally admitted that their voices never stopped. "When I close my eyes, I hear them. Shanann's begging me to stop, Bella. Crying, Celeste asking for her blanket. It never ends." He said he had dreams where he woke up in their old home, the girls laughing, Shanann cooking breakfast. But when he turned around, the room would go dark and they would be gone again. "That's my punishment," he said. "To wake up to the family I destroyed. Every single night." Despite the years, the world hadn't forgotten. Letters still poured into the prison, some full of hate, others offering forgiveness. But the public remained divided. Was this remorse, or just another act from a manipulator? One thing was certain: Chris Watts was haunted. Not by guards or fellow inmates, but by the echo of the life he took. He told interviewers, "People think I'm afraid of dying here. I'm not. I'm afraid of remembering." And as he stared blankly into the cold gray of his cell, the truth became clear. No sentence could ever match the prison he built inside his own mind. It's been 7 years since the murders, and yet Chris Watts' story refuses to fade into silence. Every new confession, every letter, every whispered statement from behind prison walls reignites the fire of a tragedy that still grips millions. But his most recent words, the ones that leaked in late 2025, are the most haunting yet. He spoke in a near whisper during the taped interview, his head bowed low. "Her voice still haunts me," he said. "She begged me not to kill her, and I didn't stop. I see it over and over. I hear her say my name, every night." There was no attempt to justify, no claims of demonic possession or emotional blackout. Just raw, hollow confession, the kind that makes even the investigators turn off the recorder and sit in silence. For years, people searched for a reason, something to make sense of the senseless. But perhaps that's what makes the Watts case so terrifying. There is no sense, no motive, no redemption. Only a man who destroyed everything he claimed to love, and a family who will never have the chance to speak their truth. As the tape ends, Chris stares into the camera, emotionless, ghostly, and says, "Tell them I hear her every night. Tell them I deserve it." Outside the prison walls, the world keeps moving. New houses rise where the Watts home once stood. New families move in, and yet the echoes of that August morning still linger, quiet, invisible, and eternal. Because no matter how many years pass, some voices never die. They just keep whispering in the dark. If this story chilled you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Dark Matters True Crime for more real-life confessions and haunting true crime stories that reveal the darkness behind the human soul.